TikTok, the best source for reaction content ever. And makes my job a little bit easier, but let's just, what is this about?
So I live in West Virginia and they just changed the EBT rules where it can't be used to purchase soda. And I think that's terrible. Like, I'm sorry, but just because you need assistance doesn't mean that you don't deserve to have soda.
Well, first off, dumbass, you want to know what SNAP, the abbreviation of SNAP, is? Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. It's not Supplemental Diabetes Program. And to whoever pays the fucking taxes for the social net bullshit thought up by FDR, who is the biggest piece of shit president ever, that's who started this bullshit. So we have FDR to thank for the social net program that taxpayers have to pay for poor people, regardless of race, to get fat and even more retarded. So it's supplemental nutrition assistance program, meaning to keep people from fucking starving to death, to not have malnutrition, to eat better. That's the kind of the purpose of it. But hey.
And you can argue all day long that
All day wrong.
it's not a necessity.
Yeah, it's not a fucking necessity. It's bad for your bones, Coke generally. I'm not gonna go on a big health thing, but usually
But like it's still a drink. What does it matter?
well, when you're paying for someone else's food, they get to dictate how that money's spent. So what caused this reaction video from this dumbass is that Department of Health with RFK Jr. and others have seen because there's a trend also going on TikTok where people are throwing all kinds of junk food, sodas, chips, yeah, just junk food in general and soda, and they'll brag on TikTok and how they getting all these snacks, right? So the government has seen people doing this and using the system, abusing the system. They thought, well, let's have it just go towards food they actually have to cook and eat, and that's actually, supplemental nutritious assistance program, right? So they're doing away with that to keep people from, I don't know, getting diabetes, dying early, and being a strain on the health system we got here later on down the road when you have brittle bones, diabetes, overweight, heart problems. So it's the American people, the taxpayer, saying we've had enough. Now, I'm going to correlate my own situation with this. Currently, I can't afford healthcare, and my Medicare is going away. Am I going to sit here and be like, my healthcare? Right? No, it's like, no, that's the taxpayers. If the voters deemed it so, then shit. And the crazy thing is, I'm not going to have medication for my, busted ass thyroid, but the people in charge said, no, we're no longer paying for this shit. And you know what? I resigned to my fate. Eventually I'll get a job and maybe afford Medicare or at some point, I don't know, God willing. But, and to be fair, the way how I foresee this country going in the next 5 years, I don't want to be around I don't want to be alive to witness the death of the Republic. I don't want to be around to witness the death of freedom of speech, and I certainly don't want to be around to see Christianity just give in to a tyrannical power. I don't want to witness each Christian denomination fall by itself because we're too fucking stupid to set aside little inconsistencies or idiosyncrasies between our faith. And quite frankly, to summarize this stupid tangent up real quick, is I don't want to be around to be persecuted for being a Christian. So if that's God's way of saying no more healthcare for you and your time's coming, cool, whatever. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's the taxpayers choose. It's whoever's paying their taxes decides, and that's the breaks.
I'm sure they're also getting water and other things, but like,
well, there's a lot of extra things don't have high fructose corn syrup and a shitload of sugar that contributes to diabetes and poor health.
I just don't agree with it. I don't know.
Well, then why don't you take your fucking money and whatever money you make and go to these different disenfranchised, impoverished communities and people and give them $20 so they get their soda pop and their cola? Huh? Oh, you don't want to do that? You don't want to give up some of your own fucking money so they can continue to eat and drink bad? Anyway, so this is the kind of fucking shit we're dealing with. And I'm glad these states are stepping in, finally putting an end to this. Because in California, too, you would often see poorer families who are on SNAP and EBT benefits just load up their carts with all kinds of like honey buns, ding dongs, sugary cereal, sodas. I've seen it. I've personally seen this. Maybe you have too, but time's up. And at least for 4 years, this means that people on SNAP aren't going to be able to buy whatever the fuck they want. And again, this resorts back to who's paying the taxes, who's footing the bill for this shit, and they get to choose and decide, and their candidates who represent them get to choose and decide. So, and the funny thing about this, in 4 years, I think the Democrats will probably get elected in anyway. So all these people in EBT and SNAP that are mad at this will just have to wait. Actually, probably just 3 years, since we're almost a year in already. They'll just have to wait 3 measly years till the Republicans infight and the Democrats win the White House again, which with Elon Musk making his own party, that's what I foresee happening. Elon Musk is going to split the Conservative Party and the Republican Party, and the Democrats will more than likely get in again. That's what I see. And I don't really see anything good coming out of that. And so yeah, that's just the breaks. And that's my 2 cents on it. That's all my 2 cents on that bullshit. Hopefully you found entertaining, interesting, or maybe I made you angry. If I did, we need engagement on this channel. So if you hate my opinion, please chime in below. Leave a dislike even, or leave a like, subscribe too. But yeah, again, this channel's essentially fucking dead. So I figured, why don't we hit this topic and try and rage bait some people? But that's how I believe about it. That's how I think about the current United States. Um, and yeah, there's links in the description down below. That would be cool. Cash App and other stuff.